The cardiovascular system is one of the most important systems in the human body. Every second of every day, it works tirelessly to deliver oxygen and nutrients to your cells while removing waste products such as carbon dioxide. Without this continuous process, your organs would stop functioning within minutes. The cardiovascular system is made up of three main components: the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood itself. Each part has a unique role, but they all work together as one highly coordinated network. Let's begin with the heart, the central organ of the cardiovascular system. About the size of your clenched fist, the heart is a strong muscular organ located slightly to the left of the center of your chest. Although it isn't very large, it performs an incredible amount of work. An average adult heart beats between 60 and 100 times every minute, pumping thousands of liters of blood throughout the body every day. This constant pumping provides every organ and tissue with the oxygen and nutrients they need to survive. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers are called the right atrium and the left atrium, while the 2 lower chambers are known as the right ventricle and the left ventricle. Each chamber has a specific job in moving blood efficiently through the heart and into the rest of the body. The right atrium receives oxygen-poor blood returning from the body through 2 large veins called the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. Once this blood enters the right atrium, it passes through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then pumps the blood through the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary arteries, sending it to the lungs. Inside the lungs, an amazing exchange takes place. The blood releases carbon dioxide, which is removed from the body when you exhale, and absorbs fresh oxygen from the air you breathe. This oxygen-rich blood then travels back to the heart through the pulmonary veins, entering the left atrium. From the left atrium, blood passes through the mitral valve into the left ventricle. The left ventricle is the strongest and thickest chamber of the heart because it must pump oxygen-rich blood through the aorta to every part of the body. The pressure generated by the left ventricle ensures that blood reaches even the smallest blood vessels in your fingers, toes, and internal organs. The heart contains 4 valves that keep blood moving in only one direction. These are the tricuspid valve, pulmonary valve, mitral valve, and aortic valve. The valves open when blood moves forward and close immediately afterward to prevent blood from flowing backward. This one-way flow is essential for efficient circulation and proper heart function. The second major component of the cardiovascular system is the network of blood vessels. These vessels form an extensive transportation system that stretches for approximately 100,000 kilometers, or about 60,000 miles, throughout the human body. If laid end to end, these blood vessels could circle the Earth more than twice. There are 3 main types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Most arteries transport oxygen-rich blood to the body's tissues, although the pulmonary arteries are an important exception because they carry oxygen-poor blood to the lungs. Arteries have thick, muscular walls that allow them to withstand the high pressure created by the heart's pumping action. As arteries become smaller, they branch into tiny vessels called arterioles, which eventually connect to capillaries. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels in the body, with walls only 1 cell thick. Their thin walls allow oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and other essential substances to move from the blood into nearby cells. At the same time, waste products such as carbon dioxide move from the cells back into the bloodstream. After leaving the capillaries, blood enters small vessels called venules, which gradually merge into larger veins. Veins carry blood back toward the heart. Unlike arteries, veins have thinner walls because the blood pressure inside them is much lower. Many veins also contain one-way valves that prevent blood from flowing backward, especially in the legs where blood must travel upward against gravity. The third major component of the cardiovascular system is blood. Blood is much more than just a red liquid. It is a specialized connective tissue that transports oxygen, nutrients, hormones, immune cells, and waste products throughout the body. Blood also helps regulate body temperature, maintain fluid balance, and protect against infections. Blood consists of 4 main components. Red blood cells contain hemoglobin, a protein that binds oxygen in the lungs and delivers it to body tissues. White blood cells are part of the immune system and defend the body against bacteria, viruses, and other harmful organisms. Platelets help stop bleeding by forming blood clots whenever a blood vessel is injured. The liquid portion of blood, called plasma, carries blood cells along with nutrients, hormones, proteins, and dissolved waste products. The heart, blood vessels, and blood work together continuously to maintain life. Every heartbeat sends blood through a vast network of vessels, ensuring that every cell receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs while removing waste products that could become harmful if allowed to accumulate. Understanding the structure of the cardiovascular system provides the foundation for learning how blood circulates throughout the body. In the next part, we'll follow a single drop of blood as it travels through the heart, lungs, and body, revealing the remarkable journey that keeps every organ functioning around the clock. Blood circulation is one of the most remarkable processes in the human body. Every second, your cardiovascular system works continuously to deliver oxygen and nutrients to billions of cells while carrying away carbon dioxide and other waste products. This process happens automatically, without you having to think about it. Whether you're sleeping, exercising, or simply sitting and reading, your heart keeps blood moving through an incredible network of blood vessels, ensuring every organ receives the supplies it needs to function. To understand how circulation works, imagine following a single drop of blood as it travels through the body. This journey can be divided into 2 main pathways: pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Together, these 2 circuits form a complete loop that repeats with every heartbeat. Let's begin with blood that has already delivered oxygen to the body's tissues. After cells use oxygen to produce energy, they release carbon dioxide as a waste product. The oxygen-poor, carbon dioxide-rich blood is collected by tiny veins throughout the body. These small veins join together to form larger veins, eventually emptying into the 2 largest veins in the body, the superior vena cava, which returns blood from the upper body, and the inferior vena cava, which returns blood from the lower body. Both of these large veins carry oxygen-poor blood into the right atrium, the first chamber of the heart. As the right atrium fills with blood, it contracts, pushing the blood through the tricuspid valve into the right ventricle. The tricuspid valve acts like a one-way gate, ensuring blood flows forward and cannot move backward. Next, the right ventricle contracts with enough force to pump blood through the pulmonary valve and into the pulmonary arteries. These arteries are unique because, unlike most arteries in the body, they carry oxygen-poor blood instead of oxygen-rich blood. Their destination is the lungs, where blood undergoes an essential process known as gas exchange. Inside the lungs, the pulmonary arteries divide into smaller and smaller blood vessels until they reach tiny air sacs called alveoli. Each alveolus is surrounded by an intricate network of capillaries. Here, carbon dioxide leaves the blood and enters the air sacs, where it will be removed from the body when you exhale. At the same time, oxygen from the air you inhale passes through the thin walls of the alveoli into the bloodstream. This exchange transforms oxygen-poor blood into oxygen-rich blood. The newly oxygenated blood then begins its return journey to the heart through the pulmonary veins. These veins are also unusual because they carry oxygen-rich blood, unlike most veins in the body. The pulmonary veins empty into the left atrium, completing the pulmonary circulation. From the left atrium, blood flows through the mitral valve into the left ventricle, the heart's largest and strongest chamber. The muscular walls of the left ventricle are much thicker than those of the other chambers because they must generate enough pressure to send blood throughout the entire body. When the left ventricle contracts, it forces blood through the aortic valve into the aorta, the body's largest artery. From the aorta, blood travels into progressively smaller arteries and arterioles, eventually reaching millions of tiny capillaries in every organ and tissue. Capillaries are the true exchange centers of the circulatory system. Their walls are only 1 cell thick, allowing oxygen and nutrients to leave the bloodstream and enter nearby cells. At the same time, carbon dioxide and other waste products move from the cells into the blood. This continuous exchange supplies tissues with everything they need while removing harmful waste. Once the exchange is complete, the blood has once again become oxygen-poor. It enters small veins called venules, which merge into larger veins that gradually carry the blood back toward the heart. Eventually, the blood returns to the superior vena cava or inferior vena cava, where the entire cycle begins again. This complete journey, from the heart to the lungs, back to the heart, then throughout the body, and finally back to the heart, is known as the cardiac cycle. It repeats continuously throughout your life. In a healthy adult, the heart beats approximately 60 to 100 times every minute, pumping around 5 liters of blood each minute while at rest. During exercise, this amount can increase several times as the body demands more oxygen and nutrients. An important feature that makes circulation efficient is the presence of the heart's 4 valves. The tricuspid, pulmonary, mitral, and aortic valves ensure that blood always moves in one direction. Each valve opens only when blood needs to move forward and closes immediately afterward to prevent backflow. This one-way movement allows the heart to function as a highly efficient pump. The cardiovascular system also works closely with the respiratory system. Every breath you take provides oxygen that enters the bloodstream in the lungs, while every exhalation removes carbon dioxide carried there by the blood. Without this partnership, cells would quickly run out of oxygen and be unable to produce the energy required for survival. Healthy circulation is essential for every organ in the body. The brain depends on a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood to maintain memory, thinking, and coordination. The muscles require increased blood flow during physical activity to produce movement and strength. The kidneys rely on circulation to filter waste products from the blood, while the liver processes nutrients and removes toxins. Even the skin depends on healthy blood flow to regulate body temperature and support healing. Several lifestyle habits help maintain strong circulation. Regular physical activity strengthens the heart and improves blood flow. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats supports healthy blood vessels. Drinking enough water helps maintain proper blood volume, while avoiding smoking protects blood vessels from damage. Managing blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar also reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease. Blood circulation is a continuous, life-sustaining process that never stops. Every heartbeat sends blood on an incredible journey through the heart, lungs, and body, supplying every cell with oxygen and nutrients while removing waste. This perfectly coordinated system keeps your organs functioning every moment of every day. Understanding how circulation works is the key to understanding many heart and blood vessel diseases, which will be explored in the next part of this series.